Hey boys and girls, it's Mr. Harry. My daughter Justice and my son Paxton are so excited because they both love to pick flowers. About a month ago, we started to notice dandelions in our yard, and it got me to thinking about a certain song I know.
Spring, that spells spring for you and me. Rain all the time, flowers in bloom, butterflies flying all around you.
April showers are certainly starting to bring about May's flowers. And those flowers can mean only one thing: lots of playing outside, tons of family trips to the park, and enjoying the beauty of the outdoors once again. My family loves it. All this flower business got me to thinking about the apple trees we planted a couple years ago. Aren't apples supposed to come from apple blossoms? And don't flowers bloom in the spring? I sent out my detective team to do some investigating. We started to take pictures every few days because something was growing out of my apple tree's branches. A few days later, and we were starting to see real-life apple buds. Our tree's leaves were getting greener too. Hey, look! One of the buds was starting to open up. Come to think of it, as I looked around, I was starting to see tons of varieties of flowers popping up everywhere. And now I introduce to you fully open apple blossoms. Cool! Now that we had some beautiful flowers on our apple tree, I started thinking back to years ago when we first planted the trees. If you remember, it was my friend Jeff, the tree expert, who actually did the planting in my backyard. Maybe Jeff himself would be able to tell me a little bit more about the flowers I was seeing on my springtime trees. So we packed up our family and headed out to farmland, where Jeff and his family live. Since we were already getting together that evening, I thought Jeff could give us some helpful information about apple blossoms that only an arborist would know. And get this, he had his own apple tree in his yard, a crab apple tree.
Hi, I'm Jeff, and here I am beside my crab apple tree at my house. As you can see, the crab apple tree is in full bloom right now, and it's a part of the larger apple tree family. And one of the things that I think is important to know about the flowers on apple trees is that for most apple trees that will give you the fruit that you would get from the store or from the market, you need more than one apple tree around to get the fruit. You have to have different kinds of flowers so that those flowers can turn into apples. Each one of those flowers can potentially turn into an apple later on. And also, some of them don't bloom all at the same time. Certain trees can bloom earlier and certain trees can bloom later. And it's bees that largely do the pollinating, and the pollinating is what's required to happen from the flowers in order for them to turn into apples. So it's a pretty cool process, and this is the time of year that it starts with the blooms on the apple tree.